Good morning all, welcome to another video, and today it's the final thoughts on the third soap in the range, the last one I had to try, and it's this one here, Scheermonnik Delfts Wit. Its performance is exactly the same as the other two soaps in the range, the Delft Underslag and the Souk. It's the same base, so you expect it to be. The scent is different. It is fruitier, it's sweeter, it's also the most, how can I put it, I want to say wide-ranging scent. There's things in here that are quite opposite ends of the scent spectrum, to my nose anyway, and at times I feel like they're fighting each other, you know, it's like one tries to dominate the other. But at certain points when you're inhaling, they reach a balance and it works, and it's a clean scent. It's very clean, very fresh, very fruity, very nice. So, as I said, performance is spot on all the way through. Easy to lather, great glide, great protection against the blade. What more can you say? It's great stuff. So let's get on with today's shave. So yesterday I did start this video, but the camera battery ran out, so had to delay. Razor and the brush are the same. It's the Mercure Future with the Razor Rock Monster, my preferred brush for these soaps. They don't need a lot of soap to build huge amounts of lather, so my badgers seem to soak it up. Need more, so to get the most out of this soap I use the synthetics. The only difference in this shave over other shaves I've had is it's a new type of blade. I had the first use of it yesterday, and it's one of these, a rainbow super stainless blades, made in Port Said in Egypt. Got some great blades out of there, so the Lord and the Shark blades, they're fantastic, give me a nice smooth sharp shave, and I found that yesterday, very sharp, very smooth. I did come away with a little nick, but hopefully we don't get that again today. So, on with the shave. So I've already hot toweled, so let's get lathering. It's going to be a face lather. Like I say, synthetic brush, Razor Rock Monster. Don't need a big load because it mops up a huge amount. That there will be enough. Let's not waste the proto lather. Look a bit silly for you chaps. Some people wash it down the sink. I prefer to use it. Yeah. I hope you all had a great week. Just got sticky up your bits at the back. Deal with them later. Yeah, it's been a busy one for me. Crazy busy with work. Bit of DIY at home. Since the last video that I did 2 weeks ago, I had to miss 2 band practices. The first one I just wasn't feeling well. The second one I couldn't get out to. Now this was going to be the start of a new band, and it seems like my fellow guitarist had ideas of what he wanted to do. A diplomatic way of putting it is he wanted to do things that no one else did, which I think influenced a lot of people's decisions to not get their and change course of everything, so that's not come to fruition. Time for a new adventure in that sense. I'm going to stick a few cards up. So as much as I like the music that he wanted to do, he didn't want to just be a one band cover band, if you know what I mean. Didn't want to be an Oasis tribute band. It's not our collective style. So the hunt moves on. Look at all that lather from a short load. A bit more water still. Happy with that. But what I'm not happy with is the sticky uppies. So Kent military style brush. Great little brush. Sorts it all out for you. So the Mercure Future. We're going to dial it up to a 4 for the first pass. There we go. And the C. Yeah, very smooth blade. And the soap just allows it to do its thing. What more do you want? So, like I said, the glide, spot on. Ample cushion. Happy days. Just wipe off. Feels nice. So the soap just enables a smooth close shave. No arguments at all. So pass 2. Well, we lather up for pass 2. Game of Thrones, chaps. What did you make of last week's episode? I was, you know when you get invested in something emotionally, far more than you should. That was me. It was one of those episodes where you truly feel, not heartbroken, but where you actually feel the thumping in your chest as the fear sets in. And yeah, we've got the last episode coming up on the next 24 hours. So season finale. Let's hope it's a good one for the right reasons and that they don't leave us hanging on a knife edge, which you know they will. I suspect there will be a breach of the wall. You'll see the Night King just standing there, just as he's about to break through, or just after he's broken through, looking at the forces of the living, thinking, what the hell are we going to do about this? Anyway, pass 2. Dialed it down to a 2. Let's go. Roughly across the grain. Lovely and smooth. So the blade is ably assisted by the fantastic soap. So, pass 2 completed, no drama. So currently, as it stands, for a bank holiday weekend, and that's a public holiday in the UK, where usually it rains. It's a bit of a given, really. You get the August bank holiday in particular, when you expect it to be nice and sunny and warm. It rains, but it's actually looking like we're going to be okay. It's not going to rain. So hopefully we're all going to do something constructive with that day. I'm hoping to get the car washed. Now I've said that, I'll put the kiss of death on it. And if I can get it washed and dried in time, I'm hoping to re-dye the soft top. I would do a barbecue, but the wife is working, so oh well. Right, so we're sticking with a 2 on this fantastic Mercury Future. The audio feedback is fantastic on this razor. It's like listening to someone crunching cornflakes. It's really loud. A couple of little weepers I've just noticed there. Nothing scary. A new type of blade, so I've got to learn it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Been watching a new series on telly. It's new to me, it's been around a few years now. Don't know how I haven't watched it before now, but Sons of Anarchy. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're into season 2 now, and soundtrack is phenomenal. Brilliant acting. Great storylines. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, it's great. I dare say I'm probably the single person on the planet who hadn't. So anyway, 3 passes done. And that concludes the testing. It's been an extended test for this one, because like I said, I had a week off of doing videos last week. It was a busy weekend and I didn't get time. So, a few more uses in the week of this soap. This one, the Delft Wit from Scheermonnik. Ron, you've got some fantastic soaps here. This one in particular, it's a light, fresh scent. So, if you like light and fresh scents, Delft Wit is where you need to go. The other 2 scents in the range are, I would say, darker, moodier scents. This one, it's the one scent that if I was to say you need to try a Scheermonnik soap, but you don't know where to dabble your feet, go with this one. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's light. It's not to say it's weak, because it's still a fairly strong scent. It's about 6 or 7 on the scale out of 10. Maybe a touch higher, depending on your olfactory. Performance is spot on. Cannot fault it at all. It's 10 out of 10 across the board. The post-shave of the Scheermonnik soaps, for me, is absolutely spot on. It's up there with the very best. It sits shoulder to shoulder with the very best. Performance on the whole, again, sits shoulder to shoulder with the very best. The scents is what set them apart, because they're different, they're unique. They're not quite like anything I've ever used. They're complex and they're dynamic and they're wide-ranging. Like I said, this one, you've got things that are light and fruity, you've got something darker at the other end, and they just blend really well. Presentation is absolutely great. I love the monochrome labelling. Simple, effective styling. Lovely little tins. Everything you need to know is on the back. Yeah. So, there's nothing, literally nothing negative to say about the Scheermonnik soaps, or Delft Wit, to be specific. People still say it's a little bit on the expensive side. And when you compare gram for gram to other soaps, yes, it is dearer. But is it expensive? No. It's a quality soap, which, as you've seen demonstrated by my loading on a synthetic brush, you do not need a lot of, and it will go a long way. So you are getting a lot of value for your money, and that is key to me. It presents good value, fantastic performance. I cannot fault it in any way, shape or form. So gents, look past the price tag of $14.99 a pot from Shaving Station here in the UK. Look past that. Look at the wonderful performance. Experience the fantastic scent, and you will have a stunning shave. There you go. That's the roundup of the Delft Wit and the Scheermonnik soaps in general. Fantastic. Superb. They sit there, like I say, standing tall and proud in a very lucrative and very saturated market. And it is saturated. There are lots and lots and lots of soap manufacturers all across the globe churning out some great soaps. And Ron, like I said, you deserve a seat at that table where the very best ones sit. You've got superb stuff. I wonder, however, is there plans for expansion of your scent? Is there anything new that you're cooking up? Any complementary products? like to know, because I dare say they'll be superb as well. If you're open to suggestions, drop me a message, and I'd love to run through a few ideas with you. So yeah, thank you very much, Ron. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the roundup of the Scheermonnik Delfts Wit. This has been the Delft Wit soap. I've been Nick. See you again soon. Bye.